Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 gang, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang, y'all. Let's get it. Like, share, subscribe, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. I was like, so I'm just listening to Roger. I'm like, I mean, I be saying you be making sure it's Lala on the pod. That's what you want me to say. And was like, nah, look, who he be letting sell it to? Who he buy it for? Who he be buy? I said, oh, his roommate. So when I say that, homeboy was like, oh, nah, his roommate done. He was like, look, man, look, let us do it, man. We came over here to get a job. They say you be giving dudes jobs. Let us get a job. Roger was like, all right, look, how about this? I'm gonna let you sell majority of it, but I'm still gonna let my roommate get some stuff, man, because you know that's how he put food in his box. The deal? I looked at L was like, all right, that's a deal, that's a deal. He was like, well, look, the dude in 2 building got some la right now. So look, you want me to go holler at him? What's the most you want me to tell him I can spend? Roger was like, how much la do he have? He was like, man, he probably got a decent amount, man. You want me to tell him, you say, what, 250, 300? Like, how much you talking about? Roger was like, no, 300 be my max, man. Like, you know, I don't really spend, you know, over 300 on the la. So yeah, 300 usually be my max, man. So, you know, yeah, tell him you can do 3 and tell him you're going to have the money by the end of the week and I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it, man. I promise you that, man. So L was like, man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Weezy, man, appreciate you, man. I was like, bro, I ain't got nothing to do with what y'all got going on, man. He was like, nah, you good. So I was like, man, all right, man, you know what I mean? So I got away from them. His roommate was standing in the distance watching, but he's not gonna say nothing to these dudes. These 2 dudes are known dudes on the compound that be putting that work in. You know what I mean? So he's not gonna say nothing to these dudes. You know what I mean? Now I promise you, man, we went outside, dude set the play up. By the time we went to dinner and came back, I looked up, the dude L had la. He had la in the block. Now that changed up a little bit of him having the la in the block because you know when somebody get la, somebody's gonna be as petty as they want with la. So what he started messing up is he started making stuff smaller than what it was. You know what I mean? He started making stuff smaller. He made the spoon smaller. He made the J smaller. Like he was making everything small. So like when I saw it, when I bought it, I told him straight, I was like, let me holler at you, man. He was like, what's up? I said, man, look, you gotta give me 2 for 1, man. He was like, all right, yeah. I said, bro, look, bro, I know you, come on, man, these joints little. I said, bro, look, I'm telling you, bro. I said, man, they don't even mess with the lava. I said, bro, they be selling this junk straight, man. Y'all can't come in here and mess this up like this, L. L was like, nah, look, all right, look, for you, nah, I'm gonna look out for you. L was like, all right, nah, for you, all right, I'll give you 2. He was like, yeah, I mean, you know, I gotta make my money. Weezy's 2 of us. I'm like, man, I get it, man. He was like, nah, but look, though, white dude keep looking out. I ain't tripping ones, he keep looking out. He was like, man, that's why we moved down here. I was like, man, y'all some maniacs. Y'all moved down here just to, he can score for y'all. He was like, why not? He's scoring for everybody else. Like, I might as well get in the car. So I'm like, you know, I kind of, you know, like, what could I say? You know what I mean? If I was a dude like them, I'll be on the same wave, but I wasn't a dude like them. I wasn't on it like extorting and robbing. I robbed on the street, I already know, but like, that wasn't my job in penitentiary, y'all. So boom. So now they happy now, because they got the la, you know what I mean? Roger off in his own little world, man. Like, for real, man. I had seen Roger later on, and when I saw Roger later on, he told me, man, he was like, hey, man, hey, Weez. I was like, what's up? He was like, man, he seen me, he was like, hey, Weezy. I was like, what's up? He was like, man, I just want to tell you, man, he pounded me up. He was like, good looking out earlier, man. He was like, man, you know, like, just trying to keep everybody happy. I said, yeah, I know you're trying to keep everybody happy, though. I said, but look, though, man, like money gonna fix everything, though, man. I said, money can't fix everything. I said, because dudes ain't never satisfied. He was like, yeah, I know for the most part, man. He was like, but, you know, when I got locked up, man, I already had put like freaking like 80,000 to the side just so I can, you know, have some play with money while I'm locked up. I said, some play with money? He was like, yeah, man. He was like, man, listen, man, like my family has real money. He was like, they have real money, man, you know, and, you know, I always been the bad apple of the family, and this is why I'm here with you. But he was like, you know, like as far as financially, like money wise, like I I don't have to worry about a dime. He was like, I don't have to worry about a dime, man. Like my peoples, they send money to my books anytime I want. They send money to whoever, whenever I want, because they already know it's my money. So like, you know, like I appreciate you, man. I was like, man, no problem, man. I ain't, you know what I mean? I was like, but look though, man. I said, look, just know, bro, money ain't gonna be able to fix everything though, man. So I'm just gonna leave you with that jewel. You know what I mean? I said, because like for real, you are a cool dude. I ain't gonna lie. Roger was a cool dude, man. For anybody to be able to come in the block and turn the block up, man, with no exceptions of y'all gotta owe me back. Like it was a great thing, because it's always an ulterior motive. There's always something that somebody want for doing something in prison. Ain't nothing for free in that junk. Roger wasn't looking at it like that. Roger really was just trying to survive. He was trying to survive by just making sure everybody was straight. And that's just what it was, man. When everybody little choice of narcotics come around, Roger gonna make sure he cop it, and he gonna make sure those people that mess with that gonna be able to mess with that. You know what I mean? And that's just what it was, man. Like, do I think that was smart? I don't know, man. Like, when it comes to doing time in prison, man, it's all about survival, y'all. So boom. And that's what Roger was doing, man. He was trying to do, you know what I mean? But the whole time when he caught from L and them, that junk kind of kicked his roommate out the car a little bit, man. And like, you know, I guess Roger broke it down to him like, look, man, we're gonna always have something in the cell, but you can't be the dude out here selling no more, because I'm gonna let them sell. You know what I mean? Roger already know when there's gorillas around, like he already know how to handle them with more money. You know what I mean? That's how he handled them. You know what I mean? So L and his homeboy kind of was happy in the block now. You know what I mean? They moved in 4B and they got what they wanted, man, which was Roger, man. You know what I mean? So you will see them every day, kind of like kicking it with Roger every day at the table. You know what I mean? They'll be sitting at the table. You'll see Roger. He'll be having like a one-on-one with them, kicking it with them at the table in the pod. And like, you would think that they was 3 peas in a pot, but they wasn't though, man. At the end of the day, Roger just started feeling like he was being extorted. Now, the whole time that this was going on, y'all gotta understand, like Roger never was being extorted. He just have a dude pull up on him that's a maniac and be like, yo, Roger, look, man, it's a dude in one building, man, that got this and got that. Man, look out for us, man. And Roger will do it. Roger will do it, man. What he'll do is he'll get one of them to get it, and then he'll put them in the game and let them sell the joints. But, you know, now that you have it for sale, you got it to do too. So like that's what Roger used to do. But like now, L and his homeboy, they ain't with all of that now. They just straight cut his roommate out the deal. And now they just basically just extorting him now. You know what I mean? And now they basically just extorting him now. And I knew it. And I knew the joke, man. So Roger, like, you know, he went from like looking like he was freaking like just happy every day and looking out and the bed was easy. So now he started looking a little bit more nervous, and he started looking like, you know what I mean? Like he couldn't really like out trump these dudes or nothing, man, because nobody never really came at him like that. My whole thing was like, I wanted to see who these people that he was looking out for, were they going to step up and come to the table and say something to L and them. But they wasn't though, man, because they know L and them maniacs. So everybody tucked their tail. Everybody tucked their tail, because for the most part, everybody still was happy in the joint. Everybody still was happy, man. So I ain't gonna lie, the first time I had seen something crazy, when it was a crazy situation, the first situation with Roger. And like I told y'all, Roger's not like a little small little peon white dude. He's a tall kind of white dude. He won't like a weak looking white dude or nothing. You know what I mean? Just was a regular white dude. Man, I promise you, man, him and the dude L get to arguing under the steps. So I don't know what they're arguing over, but where I'm standing at, it just keep getting like loud from L. L like, man, nah, I don't care about that, man. Look, nah, what I tell you, man, I told you to cop from the dude in the 2 building. You wanted to go do this, you wanted to do that. Roger was like, man, listen, man, it's not my fault that you bought some garbage. Like his voice ain't got loud. He was like, look, man, it's not my fault that you went and bought some garbage. That's who you say you wanted to buy it from? That's who you buy it from, man. I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying for it, man, because it's not good. Nobody likes it, so you're stuck with it, man. Dude L was like, I'm stuck with $200 worth of Lala. I'm stuck with it. Nah, you still gotta pay because you told me to get it. Roger was like, I'm not paying for it, dude. I'm not doing it, man. He's like, I'm not gonna do it. You're not gonna make me do it, man. I don't mind looking out, but you're not gonna make me do it, man. You're not gonna make me freaking do it, man. Dude L was like, man, look, man. Come on, man. Come on. How you gonna do this, man? How you not gonna get this right, man? Like, this is crazy right here, man. Like, you gonna leave me with this? So I'm thinking now, I was like, oh, so, you know, L and them think they got all the sense. They just trying to run down anybody that got the Lala and end up running down somebody that has some Garbino. So now he trying to put the pressure on Roger to make sure Roger pay for this junk now. Roger say he bucking. Roger say he ain't paying for that junk. So they argue, but like, you only can take the argument so far because he already know if he hit him or do something drastic or like try to like take him out or something like that, then the cash flow game is over with. You know what I mean? The cash flow game is over with. So everybody looking at the junk in the bar, everybody hit the junk. Everybody already know what L and his homeboy had moving the block for anyway. So everybody didn't even agree with that. At the end of the day, like, it's prison though, like, it ain't a whole lot you can do in a situation like this. So everybody's listening to the argument. Everybody's listening to the argument, man. So the dude L was like, man, look, you gonna take care of that, man. You gonna take care of that, man. You ain't just leave me out back like that. You just can't leave me out back. Roger was like, look, dude, I'm not doing it, man. I'm not doing it. Roger walked away from him. Roger walked away from him, went upstairs, and went to start talking to his roommate that was standing by their cell. So he's standing by his roommate. So the dude L was like, oh, he think it's because he the breadwinner around here. He think can't nothing happen then. He was like, man, he said something to his homeboy. He was like, his word, his homeboy had the little fro. He was like, hey, look. He said something, L said something to his homeboy. He was like, his word, his homeboy went up the steps like bad news. His homeboy was like, he walked up the jump. He was like, he won't say nothing to Roger. He said something to Roger roommate. He was like, his word, Roger roommate went in the room. Man, as soon as he went in the room, man, as soon as he walked inside their room, cell 24, as soon as they walked in that jump, man, as soon as he walked in that jump, the dude, L homeboy, went in there right behind him. All you heard was, he just started hounding the little dude. Boom. He got him on the ground. So I'm downstairs, I'm looking at him like, what the heck? Roger standing at the door like, come on, man, what are you doing? L downstairs watching the jump like, he up there dragging Roger roommate. That's word. Roger roommate on ball up game. He on ball up game. So he beat him down. Boom, boom, boom. Kick him and everything. He got him about that joint. He came about that joint. He was like, he came down the steps. He seen L. He was like, yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. L was like, yeah. He think it's sweet. Yeah, he think it's sweet. Roger was like, man, come on, man. He up there beating his roommate. He up there punishing wrong Roger roommate. Boom, 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 boom. He just beat everybody like, what's going on up there? Man, he beating the bricks off Roger roommate. Man, come on, man. That's enough, dude. Come on. Stop, man. Come on, man. He turned around, looked at L. He's like, yo, come get your home back. He's like, man, come on, man. Come get your stick, man. Come on, come get your stick, man. Come on, man. Come up here and get your stick, man. L was like, L took his sweet time coming up the steps. L came up the steps, slow bad dudes. He walked around the corner slow. He was like, when he went in, that's all you heard was, he was in there still punishing Roger roommate. He got to the door. He was like, Roger was like, man, come on, stop it, man. He's like, why don't you go in there and help him? Roger was like, man, look, man, I can't afford to go to the hole right now, man. Come on, stop it, man. I'm begging you, man. Dude was like, L was like, all right, stop, bro. Stop, bro. He like, we got like three more combos in at the end. He like, shoot. That's all you heard. He was like, yo, all right, bro, all right. This homeboy stepped out the door. He was like, L looked at Roger. He was like, what's up? We good? Roger was like, yeah, we're good, man. We're good. Roger went to cell, made sure his roommate was straight. His word. L and his homeboy came down the steps, slow bad dudes, like this. They were super happy, y'all. So boom. Roger paid for that garbage. That's what that was, man. But like, that was a smart tactic to use on their behalf because they straight beat his roommate up. Man, they beat his roommate up. Everybody was in that junk like, yo, I can't believe they beat his roommate up. Everybody was like, why they ain't beat Roger up? Everybody was like, man, you already know why they ain't beat Roger up. Man. So I'm like, man, this junk crazy. Man. So Roger ended up taking care of that tab. How I know? Because everything went back to normal with him and L. Everything went back to normal, man. Like, for real, money, man, you got that money, man. You can fix a lot of problems, man. You can fix a lot of problems with this money, man. So I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, everything has started being back smooth. He still looked out for other people. You know what I mean? He still did this. He still did that. You know what I mean? The Mickey and the deck had finally came in, man, when it was a misunderstanding, man, between the dude L and his homeboy and the Richmond mob. Now, I say that because the Richmond mob just been sitting in the cut the whole time this been going on. They won't really, like, you know what I mean? They ain't bragging or boasting or acting like something, you know what I mean? But they extorting them slightly too. But they only extort him when it comes to the train at D Block. That's all they do. You know what I mean? So they sat back in the cut until that D Block finally hit. That D Block hit upstairs. And you see the Richmond dudes. There'll be a lot of dudes chasing, but the Richmond dudes be wanting that D Block, man, for several reasons. You know what I mean? The Richmond dudes be wanting that D Block. A lot of them don't do it, but a lot of them do. You know what I mean? Dudes from out our way do it too. But the Richmond dudes, that's they shot. You know what I mean? Like Richmond is a dope town, basically. Like they love that stuff. So they all at the door trying to see who got the jump. You know what I mean? They get Roger out. Roger come downstairs. So I see the Richmond dude talking to him. You know what I mean? So like L and them ain't thinking it's nothing because it ain't no Lala. So they ain't even paying no attention about what's going on. They ain't really thinking about what's going on as far as Roger rock with the Richmond dudes like that too. Man, I promise you, man, Roger spent $400 for the Richmond boys, man. He spent $400. Man, Roger had that bag. You hear me? Now I don't know how everything was getting taken care of. It definitely been taken care of Western Union, but like anything he asked for, they're gonna give it to him. So it was like he had to been paying the money. He never shorted nobody. Man, I promise you, man, Roger got that stuff. He don't do it. He gave it straight to the bro. He gave it straight to the Richmond boys. Gave it straight to them. Richmond boys duck off. You know what I mean? Ain't no Lala in the building. The Lala in one building, everybody trying to grab. You can't really grab it. So everybody in my part looking like they sober game. Everybody in my part looking like they on sober game. The Richmond dudes, they ducked off. They got to work. They selling the D Block. So it hit L and his homeboy ear that the Richmond boys got the D Block. So I guess they put 2 and 2 together. So this is my word. L put up on the Richmond boys. And I guess they was asking blah, blah, blah. So the Richmond boys kind of like, you know what I mean? They got like a little argument slightly. You know what I mean? They got a little argument and it was like, yo, like, look, y'all in here wilding. First of all, y'all trying to run money out the block. Y'all just moved in this joint a couple weeks ago and y'all trying to run the money out the block. Shorty like, y'all wilding. Like, what's going on? Where they do that at? It's my word. Dude L was like, man, look, I ain't asked you that. I just asked you, was the dude Roger the one that just bought that shit for y'all? You know what I mean? So the dude from Richmond was like, man, look, yeah, he bought it for me. What's going on? Dude L was like, all right, you know what I mean? L went right up the steps. He get up the steps. He go right to Roger's door. Knock on the door. He like, come to the front of the door. I don't know what they saying. You know what I mean? He get Roger's door open. Roger come out the jump. They come down the steps together. They downstairs talking. You know what I mean? So he talking to Roger. You know what I mean? So he like, man, look. So as the conversation, as it was calm at first, he was like, man, look, man. Come on, man. Give me some of that stuff, man. You trying to tell me you ain't getting nothing out of what they do? You got something, man. Well, tell them, give me something, man. So the dude, Roger was like, how can I tell him to give you something? You don't mess with that. You mess with the Lala, right? That's what you do. You mess with the Lala, right? That's what I buy for you, right? Dude L was like, man, look, man, you gonna buy what I tell you to buy, man. You gonna buy what I tell you to buy. So Roger like, man, look, I ain't buying nothing no more. I ain't buying nothing no more because I don't like how y'all treating me, man. Like y'all acting like y'all really extorting me in here, dude. Like what's the problem in here? So everybody kind of listening because like it's like dudes just overly be aggressive for no reason. Like it's a certain way how you handle stuff. Like me, if I was them, I'll just stay in the La lane. The Richmond boys stayed in the D Block lane. Like they trying to be in every lane, man. What are you, a NASCAR driver, y'all? So boom. But dudes be ingredient penitentiary, and this is how stuff be going wrong. So I'm just sitting back. Me and my guys, like we ain't in this. You know what I mean? We don't do nothing but cop from his roommate. And now his roommate don't even have it, so we be copping from L. But at the same time, we don't have nothing to do with this. We don't have nothing to do with this, man. But L is getting too greedy. Man, L is getting too greedy, man. So next thing you know, they had a little argument. L dip off. So I guess L went to go talk to his homeboy. He woke his homeboy up, got his homeboy out the cell. So now him and his homeboy down there talking, you know what I mean? So dude Roger, like he kind of like, I guess he feeling like this junk crazy. I guess he feeling like this junk wild, man. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, I can't believe dudes trying to do this, but you know, this stuff will backfire on you, man. That's the point of this whole story. Like, when you think money fixes everything, it can backfire on you as well, man. Because people are just gonna be overly greedy. I think it'll be the same way on the street if people was hanging with like somebody that had $10 million and he just was looking out for everybody and looking out for everybody. It'll be that one person or maybe that one woman or that whoever one that'll just be like feeling like they're entitled to more. And they mess the whole play up, man. That's just how it goes. That's what goes on in penitentiary. And this is how Roger is feeling. Roger's feeling like, man, like I feel like these dudes trying to get me for real, man. I promise you, man. So like I'll say a day went by. You know what I mean? They ain't do nothing. They ain't go beat Roger roommate up again over this. I guess it wasn't that serious for them to beat Roger roommate up over this, man. But so the weekend that came and went. So once the weekend was over with and Monday had hit, we go to breakfast. When we come back from breakfast, we supposed to stay in the cell. Man, I promise you, man, when we come back from breakfast, man, he looked up. When people was coming in that junk packing L stuff. Man, they was packing L stuff, man. That's my words. So everybody was like, what L at? It's like, yo, he ain't come back from breakfast, bro. They said they walked into the hole. It's like they walked into the hole. Like, yeah, bro. Like they said they caught him with some work. You know what I mean? When they pat him down, when he was coming out the chow hall, man, they said he had some stuff on him. I'm like, what? Like he got caught coming out the chow hall. So everybody like, what the? So he went to the beam. After they packed this stuff up, they keep us on lockdown for a little bit. Then we finally came back out. When we came back out, I looked up. I seen Roger talking to L homeboy. You know what I mean? Man, this is my word, man. With L not being in that junk and L being caught with the work, I felt like everybody knew that L wasn't getting out. I felt like he knew he wasn't getting out. Because when you get caught with the work on sus as you done, you know what I mean? You're not getting out. So I think definitely Roger knew that information. You know what I mean? For some reason, man. But when I seen him talking to L homeboy, I was just thinking that it was gonna run the same play. Dude just gonna be in charge now. Man, Roger was talking to the dude, man, and like he went from talking to the dude, he walked away. That joint looked like some mob stuff, man. Like he was talking to dude by dude's cell. He walked away from dude like he was part of the mob. He was like, he looked at the Richmond dudes, and next thing you know, you just seen 3 Richmond dudes walking towards dude's room. Dude seen them coming. Man. It's my word, man. They went up in that cell. Dude was like, what's up? You know what I mean? Dude on skate, he back in the cell with them, man. And they went in there, man, and he rumbled, man. They went in there and banked his brains out. Man, they banked his brains out. Everybody looking like, man, this is... Man, Roger got the bar in the uproar, y'all.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.